Yesterday had the doors open, today got the furnace on, just like I said. Now we're gonna get ready to put the camshaft in. This is gonna be one of those do or die moments where you either get it right or you don't get it done at all. I'm gonna put that camshaft in and hope for the best. I guess we won't know until we get it all back together. See if she's gonna fire up, so let's get started. I took this temperature sending unit out of the head. Arctic Cat Canada charges $80 for this. And what happens is, on this one and the other one, is that the wire's starting to split right up top here. And I wanna bust this top off. And I wanna see what makes this thing work. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Once the epoxy coating's broken off, this wire's only soldered on. So technically, I could cut this wire, resolder it on, re-epoxy it, and we're good to go. That's a score for me, so I'm going to do that before this build is done. That way I ensure I don't have any other problems going forward. We got our parts all ready. Everything's pre-lubed. Even pre-lubed the journals up top. Let's make some magic. I know this is not going to be the most ideal situation camera wise, but I have them set up the best I can. We're going to cut this off. That part is done. Grab my cam sprocket. Kind of screwed up here. I'm gonna pull that guide back out so I can pop that chain off again and come up with another way to assemble it. So now we're going to try to do this again. I removed this chain guide, and now I'm going to hold the chain here. Just going to feed the camshaft. Now, one of the things you got to make sure is that your timing chain is on the gear. I just had to take everything apart again and slide it back on because it popped off. And I used a brake line to fish it down to slide it over. And now we're going to reassemble everything. This is going to be the fun part. I was gonna say this is kind of a shit show, but this is more like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? I finally got it figured out. I first removed this guide right here, and then got the cam and the chain in, and everything else got somewhat aligned. And then I couldn't feed that guide back in, which was fine. And then the chain popped off the gear at the bottom, so I had to use this brake line to feed it back over and do the whole process back in, feed that back in, dropped it down below, scooped it back up, and now I'm gonna do the chain tensioner, and hopefully things will start looking up from here. Where the fuck are you? There we go. Holding the screwdriver, you can manually turn the tension out. This is nice, finally assembled, except we just have to set the valve clearances and we are done. Holy crap. That was a nightmare trying to get that camshaft and sprocket. I'm sure there's a easier way. For my first time doing it, I didn't research to find any tips and tricks. I just wanted to figure it out on my own. And yeah, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but I got it done. Got it done and I'm done for the day. Got some more parts ordered for the Arcticat. They should be shipped out by the weekend. So next weekend I'm working. This weekend after that I'll have them. Get that done. Moving along quite nicely. Sometimes when I get home from work, it almost feels like Christmas. Got these in from Oxbeam today. Another little mini light bar. This is the Cross series. And some new headlights for the Jeep I'm gonna try out. These should be pretty nice. And also for the solar generator project, my solar panels came in that big box right there. I'm gonna open them up and have a peek. Those are some big solar panels, that's for sure. Have to double check, make sure they're not damaged. The thing is, when I ordered these solar panels, I made it very clear. Do not drop ship, ship them FedEx, signed delivery, which I can just go to the FedEx drop-off point, pick them up. But nope, left them right out front of the house. Someone could just easily came by and stole them. You know how theft is around here, but I got lucky, but I'm not very happy. Well, the weekend's almost here. I was just at a Jeep meet tonight. Finally got to check out Fedor's J10 that he bought. If you guys follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you would have saw those pictures a while ago. I think I have an intake leak in my Jeep because we got a high idle around 1100, 1200, so we may have a small vacuum leak. Or maybe the supercharger has blown the intake gasket. We're gonna have to have a look at that this weekend perhaps. Tomcat. Kitties don't go outside at night. There's coyotes out there. They will eat you alive. You don't care, do you? You don't care one little bit. You just want to roll on the ground like a big slug. That's what you want to do, is roll on the ground like a big slug. I did get a parcel, and it's from Lyle. It says a hat. Let's have a look at this. Lyle wrote me a big letter here. He sold air compressors for 25 years. I would assume he works for Quincy Compressor. And asked me if I've ever checked the CFM on my compressor and see if it's right. Reading over your letter actually takes me back to when I was in school for my millwright courses, because we had to figure all this out. One thing I do have to do is, I know atmospheric pressure is 14.7, but Calgary, I believe, is at 4,000 feet above sea level. So to accurately measure it, I'm gonna have to figure out, or not figure out, but do a Google search and see what atmospheric pressure is in Calgary here, and maybe do that test. That is a very interesting concept. Does my air compressor, after, fuck, I probably had that thing 10 plus years, does it produce the CFM that it claims on the tank? So we will, on a video on my other channel, we will take this and we'll figure it out. Just for you, Lyle, I'll do that. I want to thank you again for the hat. That is very kind of you. I appreciate it when people send me gifts that take the time and send me things that makes me feel that they appreciate the videos that I do. And we're gonna do this test. We're gonna do this test on my other channel just because you piqued my interest now. I'm always looking at different ways to do videos, and this one's gonna be for you. So, we'll do it up. All that being said, I think it's motherfucking beer time. I think the Rolling Rock might be my go-to beer for the next little while. So we got some things to do this weekend. We are going to put those Oxbeam LED headlights in. We're gonna try out those. Need to investigate why the Jeep is idling high. No work on the quad, still waiting on some parts. Actually, I could set the valves. That's the only thing I can do. And yeah, so hopefully next week those parts come in so we can get that done. Get the snorkel kit. I could probably go down to Home Depot and start buying some PVC and everything else. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video there. Lots coming up. Lots to do, and I'm running out of time. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching.